and both sides are suffering, and both sides are, getting killed and murdered and like raped and all this malicious shit happening.
I think the first thing that gets killed before anything in war is the truth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the first thing that's taken out.
Oh, okay, yeah. Would you
do an intimidation?
Ask the fucking question. Would you kiss a guy on screen?
No, let's go. Welcome to Talking Trophies. It's your boy Ravo. I got the bald head looking shiny today because I feel like it's gonna be a hot boy summer.
Yeah, hey.
It's gonna be my first full summer in Melbourne, and I got the head shaved. The beats coming out nice.
Is this a new thing?
I've been bald for about a year, but I was away for first part of summer.
Right.
Didn't
So
get to enjoy the full summer, and it was very hot this summer. It was rainy this summer. So the sun wasn't shining, but I realized when the sun comes out, like today, and I'll have my head shaved.
You gotta get that Vaseline on.
I am handsome.
You're shiny.
Yeah. I
Get
just feel the maturity, cause I feel like I can just talk to older people now.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take it more seriously.
You know what it is? I'll tell you something, bro.
People don't take me seriously with my long hair sometimes.
That's what I was gonna say. Look, the first thing that I realized when I went bald, shaved head, people started respecting me more. You know why? There comes a maturity when you see a bold black man.
Is it wisdom?
It's wisdom. It's the.
And then you got some of the greats: Michael Jordan, Kobe, Shaq.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
All bold.
What happens is when they see. Obviously, you got dreads. You had dreads. I had dreads at one point.
I ain't got dreads.
You have two sticks. You got braided hair.
Braided.
Okay.
Difference between dreads and...
If you go into an office place with the braids, you're looked at a little bit differently. They're not going to say it to you, but they're going to be like, who's this trap G75 in my office? You know what I mean?
There's a connotation and association with... perception.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So, but when they see a handsome, shaved black man, they're like, can we promote this guy today? We need this guy on our diversity package photo.
The only thing missing is the glasses. Like, just get yourself, go to like Specsavers or Oscar Wilde. Get yourself a glasses.
Yeah.
Then that's the cherry on top. Where you'll get a promotion like that.
I think so, Kaz. I need to get the glasses, and then I'm going to be talking CEO levels.
Ooh. Shit, man.
It's
Speak
your
it
boy,
to existence, son.
Big man talk.
Make sure you guys do hit the subscribe button because we're getting into a hot one today.
It is.
Damo.
It's a sweaty one.
It's a sweaty one?
We're going to get the rags out.
Yeah?
Make sure you like, share, subscribe before anything.
And boys, we were meant to record at 5 o'clock. It's 7 o'clock right now. And we're lucky we had one of the boys from the area. So he understands and appreciates African timing. Because if we had one of
when are we gonna destroy that construct?
It's never getting destroyed, guys.
Yeah, you just gotta accept
You gotta accept African timing and you gotta live with it. And lucky we didn't get a white this episode. Because if we had a white person this episode, they would have
cancelled.
Not even cancelled. They would have went on Instagram and said how they were traumatized by African timing.
My colleague today, right?
Yeah.
She was like, she's from Germany. She was like, so what are you doing after work? And she was like, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna, do this podcast thing with my boys from back in the days. And she's like, oh, what time is that? 5 o'clock? But have you heard of African timing? I literally said that.
Yeah.
And then she was like, yes, I've heard of it. I've heard of Indian timing.
Yeah.
And then there was my other colleague, she's Asian. And she's like, yep, there's Chinese timing as well.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yeah, it seems there's a sort of...
I reckon African timing is the worst part.
African timing is toxic.
It is.
African timing, literally when I have an event run, I'm going to actually set the event 2 hours ahead on banner.
Oh, it's not a new thing. People use that strategy.
Yeah. Right, you know what's cooked?
But people are catching on as well. So it's like they know that it's purposefully, at 10 p.m.
Yeah.
People are going to show up at midnight because why
do you think these events have, like even the boxing and the UFC, they have the pre-show, the pre-cards before the main event?
Yeah.
Because they know the Negroes are going to rock up for the main card. So the main card is at the end of the night.
And they still come late.
And they still rock up halfway going, what's going on, who's winning? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But boys, let's introduce our guest. But I wouldn't even call him a guest, to be honest. I'd call him one of the boys, guys. I grew up with this guy. One of the first guys to actually introduce us to calisthenics. He was the first guy jumping on monkey bars and doing chin-ups and sit-ups and push-ups. And Kaz was walking around with a six-pack. And there was a couple sisters looking at him.
Sheesh.
That's all I'm going to say. It's your boy Sami Obama, but he also goes by an African name, which I can't pronounce.
Ras-Samuel.
Yeah.
Ras-Samuel.
Well, people have been pronouncing it Ras-Samuel, so I just started flying with that. Ras-Samuel.
Nah.
I do miss Sami Obama though. I ain't gonna lie. Like it was hard. It was a hard rebrand.
Come on, Kaz.
I do, man. It's
You
Sami
gotta go back to
just
Sami
has-
Obama
Sami
because
Obama.
the Obama is just
I know.
powerful.
But I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. Whenever I think Sami Obama, I think Afro, big Afro Sami Obama.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There was,
Yeah.
there was
Yeah.
like
You know what I mean?
You
You
met
can't-
me during the braids. I think you met me during the Afro phase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm going shaved on the side phase. You know.
Yeah.
It's a phase.
Yeah,
man.
evolving, huh?
Evolving. You know, that's
Yeah.
it's true, bro. Like my African name is actually Mabratom. Shit, look real fucking African right here,
Sorry
man.
about
This
that.
nigga.
One of my aunties called
Come
me.
on, son.
Go.
I was saying my African name is Mabratom, which means sunshine. That was the name that I had for the first 9 years.
Yeah.
Right. And then after that, when I was coming to Australia, they were like, "All right, so we're gonna go to a Western country. We're gonna have to give him a name people can pronounce."
Yeah.
So when I was a kid, my cousin sort of accidentally gave me the name Samuel, and they were like, "Oh, Samuel. It's an Ethiopian name.
Yeah.
It's also used in the West. Cool, Samuel." And then Obama becomes president. They're like, "Hey, you look like Obama." I had that short hair with the ear like this.
Yeah.
They're like, "Hey, you look like Obama." And so I was like, in Sydney it started. And so I started getting called Obama, and it sort of caught on. I moved here in 2011, and then it sort of caught on from there as well. Within the first 5 months of me being in Melbourne, like everybody sort of knew me as Obama, and I was like, "Yep,
Yeah.
I'm
It
Obama."
was always Sami Obama in the hood.
Yeah.
In the area, we knew him as Sami Obama. But yeah, bro, guys, we got the boys on the episode. And you know the thing is, guys, everyone calls me anti-community, I realized. But guess what I'm doing? I'm putting the community on the platform. You know what
But
I mean?
hey, it's not just community, Kaz. He's a superstar, Kaz. He's a superstar now.
I know.
He's a
but like, this
superstar
is-
now.
Yeah. If you got my number, delete that shit, because I'm a superstar now,
He's a
son.
superstar
I'm
now,
a
bro.
superstar.
because you know why? I'm bringing people on. Like we had Hakeem on. People like, guys, I haven't seen that guy in 10 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like, bro, no way. This guy's a crazy talker. Now we're bringing on Sami or Samuel back on the pod. And they're going to say, guys, I haven't seen this guy in a while, bro. Last I heard it was in Disney.
Yeah.
But before we even get into those topics, let's talk about breaking news.
Breaking news today.
Yeah. Do you want to go for it or you want me to do it?
Let me introduce it,
warm it
and
up.
then I'll warm it up, and then you know more.
Warm up the
facts on
crew.
it. Yeah. So hey, this morning, around 2 a.m. for us, there's been reports of Hamas declaring war on Israel. So a lot of people have been talking about it. I've been seeing like a lot of stories about it. A lot of people engaging, but this isn't just a one-off thing. It's been ongoing for many years. But Raver's got more insight. So over to you, Raver.
Over to me, yeah. Morning strikes and Hamas countered hit Israel with a rapid attack. And you know the thing is too, I'm not gonna lie to you. I got a couple Israeli individuals that I've met in my life, and I got them on social media.
Yeah.
So you know what's the thing? I see both sides of it because
Yeah.
all the Muzis are on one side going, woo, you know, like we've been colonized,
Jane up.
we're getting back our land,
Yeah.
blah, you know what I mean? And I think it became a very like political thing. It's like we've been, colonized illegally colonized by Israel, and they're attacking us.
Wait, you said illegally? Is there a legal way of colonizing?
Yeah, like it's illegally taking land. That's what.
Nah,
it is,
so
you
what
know
they're
what I mean?
doing is like, imagine you're just coming home, and there's a guy there, he's moving into your house,
Yeah,
and they're being kicked out.
yeah.
So Australia.
Yeah.
That's what it is. But yes. But yeah, so pretty much so Hamas just did they planned this out and they just smacked in like 3,000 to 5,000 rockets into it. Bro, there was brothers on air gliders. You know the air paragliders? Do you know what I'm talking about? The things.
Yeah.
So they trained themselves up. Cause I'm not gonna lie to you. Look, people did lose their lives.
Yeah.
It's sad, but there was a couple blokes on the air paragliders, and I was saying, brother, how did this guy think of it? You know that they got parachutes and the gliders.
The gliding.
They're
ones.
gliding in the air,
It's
bro.
like the suits.
I have no idea what
Have you seen people paragliders?
paragliders.
No, I'll show you a thing.
Is it the ones that look like a bird and then
Yeah.
they use to go to the mountains?
No,
and
no,
like
no, not that.
people with
Literally
adrenaline
literally
rush.
this. That. So these brothers were they're
God.
jumping on this.
Damn, son.
Yeah. So one guy's in the front, one guy's in the
Whoa.
front, one guy's driving it. They go over the land, and then they went inside and they just started attacking. I'm
Bro,
gonna,
look
put,
at
I'm gonna put a photo there. I'll put a
Bro,
photo.
what the fuck?
But yeah. So that's what they were doing. Cause look, you know that for me, what the craziest thing is living in the modern day age,
Yeah.
and we are literally watching wars on our phone.
Yeah.
So, and everyone's sitting back, and even me, war's brutal.
Oh, it is.
That's the thing. And when you see footage of this and you're seeing people dying and stuff, it's scary, man. And I think it's always big versus small. So when you see Ukraine versus Russia, it's Russia
versus
small Ukraine. You know, and then you're seeing this conflict, Palestine, Israel. So it's very intense. So when the small do attack, it's very
It's
gruesome.
a huge thing, yeah.
And it looks very gruesome because they don't have the state of the art. But for example, when Israel Kazi retaliated with the bombs.
Yeah.
Like, and the thing is, it's not they're going in there and fighting. They're dropping, and it looks different. If I show you a footage, I was talking to my friend about this. If I show you a footage of me, like running and shooting someone, and then I show you a footage of a fighter jet flying past and just dropping a couple missiles, which one would look worse for you?
Yeah.
Me going and shooting someone, you know, that looks worse. But in reality, you're knocking down a building that probably has like 200 people in it with the missile. And then that one's like you're killing thing. And they're both wrong. I'm going to make this clear. But it's just ugly, man. That's the side of war, you know? And it's just like both sides are like massive on the propaganda as well. Propaganda is insane on both sides.
It's propaganda, it's politics, and then they use religion
There
as
is
well.
religion as well, yeah.
So,
And then it's like if you sit on one side, you're wrong on both sides. Either way,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But free Palestine.
Yeah.
But
You're wrong.
But free
Palestine.
Yeah.
And the only thing I was thinking, because I was talking about it, like in the last 17 hours or like 24 hours, whatever it is, it's not even 24 hours yet. Hamas killed more Israelis than they probably have in like the last 15 years, 16 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the retaliation by Israel,
It's huge.
they're gonna drop bombs, and like there was like videos of like tanks going to the strips.
Yeah.
There was videos of
And they have the backing of America. They have the backing.
the whole West,
you
the
know?
whole West.
They have the backing of it. Even all the a lot of NBA teams posted today, I stand with Israel. Like there's so much politics going behind it now. Like a lot of sports are jumping into the political game.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be huge. I don't know how it's gonna. I wonder if they're gonna broadcast it or not. If we're gonna see what really takes place.
We're not. If you want to see both sides, you got to jump on like Twitter or something.
Yeah.
Like if you want to get a full propaganda side of the Israel side, and then if you want to get a full propaganda of like the full side of the Palestinian both perspectives, I think Twitter's the one place you can go. You can just search Israel and Israel Twitter, and then you'll see all the Israelis posting, and then you can like just.
I hate Twitter, but I'm not gonna lie. Twitter
Gruesome?
is so unfiltered. Are you on Twitter?
No.
Twitter's so unfiltered. Like you could be scrolling, you could see one video that's normal. The next video, you're witnessing a murder.
Yeah.
And it's unfiltered. No, like blurring out, no nothing.
Yeah.
Like since Elon took over?
Yeah.
Or
So with
In
Elon taking
general.
over, everything is completely unrestricted.
But no, it's been like that. Twitter's always been
Yeah.
a
gruesome,
lot
man.
of social media's been like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Apart
like
from
now,
Instagram
nowadays,
and-
nowadays they're starting.
back in the day, Facebook used to be wild. Man.
Yeah.
Because I remember one time I was scrolling on Facebook as a kid, and then I randomly ran into some video of the Colombian cartel butchering some girl's head off. I'm 14, like, God damn! I'm not lying to you. I was tripping out, and I was just like,
I think that went viral for a while.
you know the one where they were just butchering their heads off, and I just scrolled down,
And even the
and
era.
then I just get I just get a soccer headline. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, man. The internet is crazy, and that's what I was saying, man. Like we're watching wars live now.
Yeah.
on
like,
our phone.
Yeah,
We're
and
watching it.
Yeah.
and there's like I don't know with this one, the best solution for this is like let's pray for a ceasefire
Yeah.
ASAP. That's the only way.
It's interesting what people do for peace.
Well, I don't know, man. Like, war's so fucking complex because, like, my country was like that for since from 2020 until, I mean, like, they sort of had a peace, agreement not too long ago, but now there's still some, weird political shit. happening still to this day. But yeah, I mean, like it's just like hard on both sides. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and it's think about this. There's both sides to every story.
yeah,
of course.
And both sides are suffering, and both sides are, like, getting killed and murdered and like raped and all this
so much
malicious shit happening.
I think that the first thing that gets killed before anything in war is the truth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the first thing that gets taken out.
Because
I'm spitting bars.
Straight up,
Give me
man. That's
give me
bars,
them clicks.
man.
Because they shy away from the truth,
Because
and then it becomes a game. It
it's
becomes politics. It becomes rumors.
And it's
It
who's-
becomes
It
Who's the
becomes a
best at it?
story. You gotta. It's like,
Yeah.
how can we twist this story to make us the victims, or how can we twist the story to make them
how
look
can we
like
plant this to make them look better?
So like right now, like with the media, they'll be like, instead of saying militant group, for example, because they are really a militant group. I don't even know if I'd call them a terrorist organization.
Oh man, at this
It's
point,
like-
man,
it's a
like
bit of a
that
juggle.
word is so blurred because it's like they pick and choose on like who to say it
Yeah.
to. You know what I mean? And then it's like, I mean, America, for example, the amount of like shit that they've done, it's quite terrorizing to a lot of the the black community or whatever community, but it's still terrorism. But they're not gonna say terrorism.
hardest part
they're gonna
is-
say what did they say? Oh,
Yeah.
it's hate, fucking.
Yeah.
So they never really say it's terrorism. They pick and choose.
Terrorism is a big
and there's
word.
perceptions and associations with like, hey, Arabs or whatever. Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
we associate Arabs with terrorism.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And unfortunately, Hamas do fit the stereotype of
Yeah.
what people say a terrorist is,
Yeah.
which is essentially what an Arab
Yeah.
who fights back.
Was it like
Yeah.
I was seeing some shit the other day? Oh, fucking social media, man, it's fucked up. But I was seeing some shit the other day where somebody asked, I think like this Chat GPT or AI, list Good Samaritans and show me what criminals look like.
Oh, no
and a lot of the
way.
list that came up was like people with like darker skin.
No way.
Yeah. Like you can like
Yeah.
search this shit up as well. So it's weird, even like how algorithm picks up like human conditioning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's at the end of the day, it's humans
Yeah.
fucking programming this AI.
And like, look, to die for your country, like, you have to understand, like, these Palestinians saying they'll die because they have nothing else, man, to live for. Like, would you rather, like, it's the saying they say is like, I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees, you know? And I personally, I feel bad for the civilians from both sides. You know what I mean? The innocent always think, and the reality is we live in a world where there's no more wars where it's, because everyone's like, oh, what are they doing? They're doing all this. There's no more war where you're running at each other anymore. There's no more that World War style where it's like you're lined up here, we run into you, we shoot at each other, we take land slowly like that. It's not like that anymore. It's a lot of guerrilla warfare, you know. And I think from like the start of the Vietnam War, that's when like there was a massive introduction into guerrilla warfare, and that's where the world is. Because if like the Vietnam War, the Vietnamese weren't able to compete with America if they were a thing. So what do? They dug tunnels, they made trenches, they'll do random attacks.
Yeah, hey, the Vietnamese were gruesome, man.
Shout out to Vietnamese.
They were gangsters, cuz about it.
They went hard, man. These guys will dig like tunnels the size of this.
So they'll have like they'll be in like a little narrow part just in the middle of the forest, and they'll they'll see soldiers pop past. They randomly just pop out of the ground.
Yeah, the Vietnamese that was, I think, I don't know, for me that was the start like of like a complete army doing, almost the whole army's doing, where they're doing guerrilla warfare, and that's how it's gonna be now. You know what I mean? Like Palestinians can't compete with Israel. They have one of the best defense forces in the league. So it's like, how are we gonna strike them back? You know, they have to do that.
And I think the worst part on a like a societal side, like a lot of people in Israel don't even know what is going on in Palestine. Like you see videos of people getting interviewed in the street, and they go by, like, let's say like if a society lived by what they saw on the news, that is literally what it is. Like they don't even know what's happening over there, and same thing vice versa. They probably don't even know, but like it's just so like messed up, because you've seen that, I forgot his name, the Aussie guy.
Yeah.
He's in Palestine and he interviews people.
Yeah.
So he goes up to the Israelis and he goes, do you know you're kicking these people at their house? And like they're literally dumbfounded. The people are going like, what are you on about? Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
You know what I tripped out at too is like, because you know when they announced it, and then it goes, Israel Prime Minister is making an announcement. It ended up being the Benjamin, you know, the Prime Minister. I'm like, how long this guy been in power for? But that guy has been in, like, at one point the country, like the army was turning on him and everything. And I'm like, oh, this guy's going to be out, you know? Yeah. But then they formed some sort of coalition, and this guy ended up getting back in power. And I'm like, this guy,
He's a finesse.
He's a finesse, man. But like, hey, there's some radical Israeli parties as well. Don't get it wrong. There's radical on both sides. You know what I mean? Like, there's this one guy publicly comes out. Let's wipe them all out. Dead set. No argument, cuz. He goes, we're wiping these Palestinians out. Let's do it. Yeah. And cuz he got popular over there amongst the far right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's far right.
There's something in honesty, right? Like just in like what you were saying about. I think the reason why you guys are successful in this show is because you're like not afraid to really say
be honest.
What's in your mind and actually saying it instead of tiptoeing around it.
People
there's
admire
something
it.
admirable about just saying like, let's just stop the bullshit. This is what it is.
Yeah. This is
Let's
what
fucking
we
do this.
want. Yeah.
Yeah, and
That's-
it's like he's saying what everyone is thinking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even like Donald Trump, I think that's why Donald Trump is like getting popular again. Bro, lately I've been seeing Trump on my timeline.
What's he been saying?
He's
like,
been going hard on the
I'm like
LGBTQ.
so.
Has he?
Oh yeah, he's against the stuff that's going on in the schools.
Oh, the transgender.
The transgender stuff. He's against that. He's like he's been publicly talking about it.
Yeah.
And he's like campaigning around, and people are like, "Is this guy?"
Because isn't he trying to run for it again?
Because he loves it, man.
He's trying to run for
loves
president again.
He loves it, cuz.
Yeah,
But they don't want him in. The Republican Party don't want him in, low key. But I'm not gonna lie to you. At this point in time, I would not mind Donald Trump being president of America, because Joe Biden's press conference was boring. And if I seen Donald Trump, I would have loved to see Donald Trump talk. He would have been like,
So
Palestinians need to stop. He would have sent a picture to Hamas. We know where you are right now, and we're ready to strike. Israel, don't say a word. I have this all under control.
and then he'll go shake a couple of hands.
Yeah.
And there's no war somehow.
Yeah. Because Donald Trump
No,
was...
that's the one thing. That's the one thing I respect is that no wars took place when he was president.
Yeah.
That was
You know,
that was the only thing I respect.
he was in a call with the Taliban leader. So this is before they took over, because the Taliban are in control of Afghanistan now.
Yeah.
And by the way, Afghanistan's got a pretty strong army now, low-key, because you know why? America left $80 billion worth of military equipment there.
Yeah.
So they're learning how to train and fly helicopters while they're wearing jalabias.
Yeah, have you seen the video of them in the gym?
Yeah.
Have
They
you seen
work
the
in the
video?
gym.
So when the Americans left Afghanistan, all the Taliban went in and took all the facilities, everything. They released people from prison.
Yeah.
And there's a video of them all in the training facility, the American
They're in the
training
gym.
facility.
When the Taliban found gym equipment,
So they're learning the gym. They were doing weights and stuff. But I reckon their bulk would have been hectic now, and a couple of them would have been bulked up right now.
Yeah.
But so he was on the call, Donald Trump, with the Taliban leader. This is before they took over, and guess what he goes? He goes, I got a picture of your house, and he sends him a picture of his house, and the guy goes, well, why are you sending me the picture of the house? You know, you know, and he's trying to say, I know where you live, you know, type thing.
Yeah.
But like Joe Biden, it's not as, you know what I mean? Like he's not, I don't know, with his political stuff, he's not that good, man.
No,
It's boring, cuz.
What is he? Is he kind? Is he?
Nah, he just said we're standing with Israel. That's it.
He says, and the thing is, he actually, you know how the people give it in our TikTok. By the way, if you're giving it in our TikTok chat, hop off the anonymous account. But yeah, it's basically he's just waffling. The guy is waffling half the time.
The guy's brain dead,
You
man.
can tell there's someone feeding him what to say.
Yeah.
And it's not coming from his heart. Like whatever he's saying, he
Same with Trump though. Like,
Yeah.
Nah, Trump was coming out, man.
Wasn't there like somebody like writing?
I feel like everyone to some extent has someone.
No, but guys, Donald
Didn't that
Trump
guy
was,
go to jail? Like the person that was actually like that literally created Trump.
No.
Wasn't there a
talking
person that like?
when he's in president? We're talking about, right?
Huh?
So we're talking about when Donald Trump was president. He was saying stuff like he'll say whatever he'll come and
And I think that's why a lot of people hated him, but a lot of people liked him.
Yeah.
Because when someone's truthful, they get a lot on the other side as well. They get both sides. You
like
get
Joe
both
sides.
Biden literally talks as if there's an earpiece in his ear.
Yeah, right.
It's like that, and then sometimes he just goes.
And it's almost like he
started-
can't hear him properly, so he's just saying anything.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But let's jump off this topic. Free Palestine, free. I was gonna say, free, shout out. Hey, let's pray for a ceasefire. That's all.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Israel are gonna retaliate, and it's gonna be hard,
Yeah.
and a lot of lives are gonna be lost. End of the day, like we become very desensitized when we see the numbers. It's like 254. We see 254.
Yeah.
We're 3 people, man. Imagine us dying. That's
Yeah.
254 people dying. 300 people. Whether you're Israeli, whether you're Palestinian, man. A life's a life. End of
Yeah.
the day.
Yeah.
So like, obviously, you gotta pray for peace.
Yeah. And
know
there
what
was
I mean?
this beautiful ad Vic Rhodes put up where they asked this person, right? Like they were like, they gave him a statistics of how many people die in the road each year, and then they were like, this is the statistics.
Yeah.
How many percent do you think should die a year? And he's like, well, I don't know, maybe like, let's just say they said, 30% of people die every year. How many percent? Oh, I don't know, like maybe 10% out of that. And then after that, they're like, okay. And then they showed they showed him 10% of the people that he said,
if they die,
die, and then some of them were his family.
No way.
And this guy just like broke down, and he's like, fuck. And then they asked the question again. So how many do you think now that you've seen the 10% that could potentially die on the roads? He's like, none.
Yeah.
None.
They're leveling up. They're leveling up their ad creating. I'm not gonna
But
lie.
it's like
Do that.
same thing applies for
With war,
warfare,
man.
though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like it doesn't matter about the percentage. Even like one life. You know what I mean?
It's
Like that's a life
important, man. Yeah.
that hasn't fully lived in the way that they were supposed to live in this world. You know?
And even me, like that's how I'm trying to like trigger myself to become desensitized, like not become sensitive towards this stuff and not be desensitized. Is being like, when I see 254, I'm like, yo, let me imagine 254 people that died.
Yeah.
That's that's how many viewers we get a week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like 254 is a lot, and it's like.
Yeah.
But when you keep saying 254, 300, it's just numbers. It becomes like, oh, okay, well,
Okay, that's it.
And then it's like we become desensitized to that. But then when we see like, what, you want to see like 25,000? Is that the numbers people want to see? Is it like a million?
Yeah.
And that's the sad thing, you know what I mean? It's this, like, when we see these articles, when we see this stuff, it's become so desensitizing.
Yeah.
It's sad on both sides. So
Yeah.
we want peace.
Yeah.
Let's go. What
But
do
you know
say?
what's one way I reckon you could find peace?
Yeah.
Grabbing a bunch of the boys and doing some calisthenics.
Yeah. Bit of stress relief.
What are you preparing for?
What
though?
are we saying,
What are you
man?
preparing for?
Sammy, cuz you're looking good, man.
Thank
You're
you,
looking
man.
lucky in shape. You came with the wife beater on.
Oh yeah, that's what they call
Are
it.
you a wife beater?
I got some wife
are
to
you-
beat,
oh,
man. I
God.
got some wife to beat.
Damn.
Violence against women. Australia says no.
You came looking gangster today.
What are you saying, man? What's with the
Cuz,
calisthenics?
tell us about
Tell
it,
us about it,
cuz.
because you were like the first guy in the area to get ripped. Like one of the first guys.
Yeah.
I was skinny ripped, but you were like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And remember we used to ask you, like, remember we used to go to Parkville and used to go work out on the playground and stuff.
Yeah.
And you were telling us this is the calisthenics, bro. What made you get into it? And you're still doing it till now, apparently. You said.
On the health
Yeah,
grind,
yeah.
you seem like you know all your health stuff when talking about the miracle tonic before.
Nah, man. Fucking, you know how it is, man. Growing up in the area, lots of fucking troubles, lots of time in your hand. It was just a way out for me. I couldn't afford the gym, so I was just like, hey, what can I do in my vicinity to just like get fit, but also like, I don't know, man. When you grow up in this sort of, area, everybody's trying to pick on you. So I think for me it was like a defense mechanism, where I was like, if I build muscles, if I get fucking ripped, no one's gonna fuck with me, because like everybody just fucks.
It is.
They just fucked with me. You know what I mean?
No, you're 100% right. One thing in this area, a lot of people do, if they see weakness in you, they will pick on it and just thrash you for it.
Yeah.
And you got to show them. It's like, you got to have that one fight, or you got to play drops with one of the boys, just so people are like, oh, thing. You know what I mean? And I had a similar situation. You go tell me us yours, and then I'll explain mine.
Yeah. But it's that kind of same thing. You know what I mean? Like, where people are just testing you every single day, to whether it's like bagging you. Oh my God, bagging was the fucking like my worst nightmare. I hated it. I was bad at it. Niggas used to bag me for days, bro. They used to call me Scarface, because I got fucking scars on my face and shit. They used to just roast the fuck out of me, especially Abdi Black. You remember Abdi Black?
He's good at the roast.
That nigga was good at roasting. I ain't gonna lie, bro. He's good. But and then also niggas would chin check you and shit, and like would get into little kerfuffle. But it was just like, I was just sick of that. You know what I mean? Like, so when I did build muscle, no one fucked with me. They would.
Cause did you go one-on-one with any of the boys before you hit the gym and stuff?
Yes, nigga. Every single one of them.
Oh, no way.
Every single one of them, bro. Do you remember Preston? I love Preston. Me and him used to.
Hey, shout out to him. Cause that guy turned around.
He turned around. Yeah, that's why I fucking love him, bro.
Big ups to him, bro.
Yeah,
Shout out to him, bro.
Straight up.
I've been seeing what he's doing, and I'm loving it, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out to him.
No, straight up. Like every time I see him, bro, it's so much love, because like we both fucking used to eye each other out every fucking time. There was like. Yeah, there was a couple of the boys, man. But like, it wasn't like we're gonna go 1-on-1 right now and we're gonna fucking go 1-on-1 every time we see you. It was just like, that's it, it's done. And then like the next time we see each other,
It's cool. It's cool.
yeah,
I like that. That's the one thing I like about growing up here. You go 1-on-1 with one of the boys,
And you come.
and the next day you're playing soccer with him, and then you're telling him, "Hey, cousin, my mom's making some crazy dinner. You want to come over?" You know what I mean?
yeah.
For me, I didn't actually have to go 1-on-1 with any of the boys. What happened was I was at we were playing at uni one time, and we were playing soccer, and there was some guy who was giving us we were playing soccer, and he was just shoving me the whole game. But surprisingly, that day, the boys that don't go to uni and dropped out of school rocked up to the uni to watch us play soccer that day. So a few of the boys were there. They just think, and this Asian guy was alright. He was pretty strong. Anyways, the guys come in. He's giving me a couple bumps. I'm like, hey, yo, chill. And I gave him a little shove. Anyways, this guy came and I just gave him a cute opposite hand, right hand jab. Jump, and he just dropped to the ground. And the boys were like, I came back to the area and like, guys, Raven knocked out some Asian kid. And then that was the day. I'm like,
you earn your respect.
I earned the respect.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you had to prove
to,
yourself
man.
here,
Look,
man.
I fought this guy, like, you know, again, it could be your fucking mate. Like, I'm not gonna say who it is, but I fucking hit him so hard, his face was bleeding so much. And that day, I literally said, I was like, there's no way I can fucking do this, man. Like, I don't think I fought anyone after that day. I just felt terrible, man. Like, I felt like I never felt good fucking fighting anybody. You know what I mean? So after that day, I was just like, damn, this is. And it could have turned ugly, because what this guy did was, after I fucking like, I was into, like, in my mind, I was this fucking Jackie Chan motherfucking karate kid, you know, that was what I was like in my head. But I hit him so fucking hard. There was blood in his, like, on his face, and he was in the corner crying. And this is a grown ass man. Well, not a grown ass man. We were teenagers, but in my mind, he was like, you know, he was older than me and shit, and he was like fucking crying. And then like I see him pick up this fucking rock.
No way.
And then I swear to God, I'm not joking. He fucking throws it, and I see this shit in slow motion. He throws it right at my face, and I see it, and I just like some Matrix shit.
Bro.
I dodged that shit, and after that day, I was like, man,
Done.
that's if I want to be a fucking actor, cuz
Yeah.
there's no way I could fucking act with a broken face. So from that day, I
Were
was
you
just
acting
like.
then?
Well, acting was something that I always wanted to do. Even like being in the hood, like the character that I was also another character that I had to sort of build to protect myself, to sort of like every nigga does that. Like, let's be honest, everybody puts out a front.
You can't show
you know?
vulnerability here, man.
Yeah.
You can't, like, with all honesty, you cannot show vulnerability. I remember crying was one of the hardest things ever, man.
Oh,
Because I never shared a couple of tears, but I used to come home and be like,
Yeah.
coming home sometimes, cause you're just like, bruh, that was the worst moment. You know what I mean?
yeah.
You can't shed tears in front of guys, man. I'll just give it to you.
Cause I think you can't
give
shed
it to
tears.
you.
I was watching a video. I think you can't shed tears in front of everyone. Because I was watching
saw
the video of the guy.
dating one?
Bro, the guy went on a dating,
The dating shows.
So
where
girls
they-
ranked the guy. Anyways, the girls ranked the guy like who's more attractive or whatever.
Yeah, I saw
Anyways,
this.
the girls spoke about like when was it like something?
They're talking about like guys, like like how good would it be if guys cry and stuff, and then they were like, do you guys cry? When was the last time? She's like, let's go deep. When was the last time you cried? The first guy they ask, the guy starts crying. He goes, my boy just passed away a couple months ago. He goes, I'm still grieving about it.
Yeah.
And the girl's like, oh my God, that's so sad. Can we give you a hug? And then at the end of the show, cuz they rank him last.
Should we have something deeper? Like,
Should we go deep? When's the last time you cried?
Yeah.
He's trying to cry now.
No, I lost my best friend this year, so it's still been a hard thing for me.
I'm so sorry.
He made me think about it.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my god.
Can we give him a hug?
Wait, is that allowed?
Can we get a group hug?
Oh my gosh. Group hug?
And then I was just like mildly uncomfortable, which is nothing against him.
And then the bottom, it's not like I dislike anyone. I'm very disinterested in a lot of people. And so I think it's just like you guys are cool.
He got ranked last. He got ranked last by every single girl.
Yeah.
And he was the only one that cried in front of them all.
Yeah. I think, look, as unpopular, thing it is, like, it's just let's be honest, like, crying, especially in front of a girl, is, like, whether they admit it or not, is a sign of like it's a sign of weakness.
Yeah.
And especially crying. And I'm not condoning crying because I fucking cry. I'm not gonna lie. I fucking cry. And especially as an actor, like you have to have that side of you.
Yeah, yeah.
But like I think there's a time and place to for it, and there's like you can't just fucking cry for the sake of crying or like to show that you're in touch with your emotions. I think like it's hard. I'm not gonna fucking lie. It's hard for men to cry.
I'm trying to get cuffed up so I can start crying because I can't wait to get a girl and just cry in front of her. Be like, oh.
Dude, I cried once in front of my girl. That was that.
no way.
I've never
you must
cried.
have felt
I never
pathetic.
cried in front of my girl.
Is that because you're an actor, she's an actor, so she probably thinks you're faking it? Yeah.
Hey, let me
She's
try.
probably like, stop faking that,
She's
man.
like, hey,
Cut the crap, bro.
He's like, hey, and then after that, he's like, oh yeah, I'm trying out for some gig.
Yeah.
No, there's a difference of like crying for a role
yeah.
and actually genuinely crying. This moment was like that was the only time that I cried, and like and it was because like we're talking about my grandmother and like she meant the world to me. So like that was the only time that I felt like it just came out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Because like she was like, I was praying last night and I sort of like was praying and talking to your grandmother and hoping that she could give me guidance, because I feel like for the last couple of days I just haven't feel like I've been connected with you,
Yeah.
And as soon as she said that, I don't know what it was. It was just
you.
like I felt like my grandmother's presence.
Oh wow.
Okay. And like the time that she died, I remember seeing in front of me the number digit 00, and I saw it twice, and I was like, whoa, like, and I was huge into numerology. And then as soon as she said that, like as soon as my girl said, like mention my grandmother, in front of me, I'm not joking, is 000. It was like 000. So I just felt this mad goosebumps.
What does 000 mean?
00 means
Call the police, mate.
That's what I was thinking.
no, it means from fresh start, blank slate. That's what it means. So like the way I interpreted it when I saw 00 is like this is a start of a new chapter for you. Just like in my brain, the way I interpreted it is like just because I'm gone doesn't mean I'm gone forever. This is just like. Yeah, and that was also for me the first time that I genuinely let out emotion was when my grandmother passed away. And like to this day, that's probably the only time that I really cry. Is just
because you got a keeper.
Oh yeah,
your girl's a keeper.
Yeah,
Cass.
she's wifey, man. She's dope.
No, because
she's
if
dope.
she's praying for your grandma.
Yeah. She's
And
dope.
she's never
Dude.
met her. She's never met her. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
Because I need a girl to pray for my grandma. Nah, like on the real, that's crazy. But you got to keep her, guys.
No, my girl is. I'm so lucky,
Shout out
man.
to you,
like,
man. Shout out to her, man.
Alessandra, she's. Oh man, I'm like. Sometimes I wonder to myself, I'm like, how the fuck you still with me, man? Like, I can be ruthless in terms of like my acting process when I go deep into it. Like, I can sort of be an asshole sometimes, and it takes me a while to snap out of it. And sometimes I wonder, I'm like,
I think that's what it's
how do
all
you
about, though. I
tolerate this
think the
shit?
reality is that we all have, every single one of us have this side to us that is just ugly.
Yeah.
We hide it, but we don't show it to the camera. We
Yeah.
hide it. It's behind closed doors. And usually it's going to be the person that, one day we're going to end up with someone and they're going to see that side to us, but she sees this side to you.
Yeah.
But it's who's going to put up with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you put up with her stuff too.
Yeah.
She's probably got her
Yeah.
own stuff too that she's
Yeah.
probably like, I don't know how you deal with me.
Yeah.
When I'm doing this,
Yeah. It's funny because like I think this is probably like a trauma response, but people that have gone through trauma respond to chaos differently to those that haven't. So like I feel like you guys are the same, but if there's chaos everywhere, you're in peace. But then when you're at peace, you feel like you're at chaos. Something's wrong. Something's gonna.
Yeah.
So like,
I
I feel
get
that when something like when I'm on like that's why I feel like if I stop, I'm like the world's gonna forget me.
Yeah.
So that's why like sometimes when I'm on the grind and then like I probably get the most burnout sometimes. But when I'm just on the go, like I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Like my brain is like I'm in slow motion. It's like the world sees like, oh my God, you're doing this. But in my brain, it's like, oh yeah, this is, oh yeah. You know what, The Flash, have you seen The Flash?
Yeah. He's going everywhere.
Where he's going fast, but it's like everything is like in slow motion.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I'm like under pressure, that's how my brain works.
Yeah.
I'm like, I see clarity in the chaos. But
you need to go, man. Even with me, it's literally the moment I stop doing something, I have to, like with me, I have to, you know me guys,
Yeah,
I'm doing something every day of the week.
It's true.
There's always something on. Even if, like, let's just say, I'll be like, hey, boys, all right, done. I'll chill with you guys. I can find something to do. I know I can find something to do.
Yeah.
Because the moment, like, literally, if I sit at home and just, like, chill for a day, I feel like the biggest bum for something. There's something about me.
Yeah.
Because my brain just goes into, like, bro, what are you doing with your life?
Yeah.
Go read a book, go for a run, do something.
And you know what? I reckon that's why we're always late to stuff as well. Or, like, we're always just running behind schedule because we say, we do yes to so many things. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, I'll meet you here. Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
And you're always just, your timing is just overlapping.
Yeah.
That's for me.
That's true, man. That's a good perspective.
But I know if I don't do this stuff, I'm gonna lose the plot.
Yeah.
Like I'm not like I would eventually get into like depression and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm those kind of guys. Like I have to keep my mind going. I'm gonna sit down and be like, Kaz, you're a bum for 4 days in a row, and then I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm depressed. I hate
Brother,
life.
you're staying at home for one day, you're claiming depression, Kaz. Relax,
I'm
bro.
not saying no. I'm saying
That's a real thing, though. That's a real thing.
I'm gonna say eventually I'll become depressed.
yeah,
I'm saying
okay,
in the long run, if I don't do
yeah.
something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even in like COVID, bro.
Yeah.
For me personally, COVID was one of my favorite times of my life.
Yeah,
Because
right.
I actually got to focus on myself. I'm like, yo, it's only me. I don't need to link up with people. I
And you
don't
know
need
what's
to call
wild
someone.
about that time is that I never once in my whole life actually took the time to take a walk around my area.
Yeah.
Never in my whole entire life.
Bro, I went for runs, bro. I started running like 20 kilometers. Like I was doing stuff like I've
I
never
remember the
done in my
Strava
life.
app. The Strava
On
app. We're all
Strava,
adding
I
on this.
I still got stuff.
Yeah.
I use that shit.
I went for a bike ride and the bike got flat, so I had to come back. But I was on Strava.
Yeah.
But that was literally when it happened, like during lockdown. I'm like, I started doing like these challenges with myself. I'm like, yo, let me run this. I can run. I started with 10 kilometers. It wasn't even 10 kilometers. I started with like 5 laps around the oval.
Yeah.
And eventually by like 3-4 months, I was running 20 kilometers. And I was like, that's because I was like, yo, let me keep my mind. Because I'm only focusing on me. You know, I don't need to link up with the boys or anything.
That's legit how I started as well.
Yeah.
But for me, it was like, I never used to run. I hate running, right? I was like, let me just run for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I was running like 10 minutes every day for like a week. I was like, oh, okay, I'm getting better at running. I'm not as puffed out. Let me add 3 minutes to that 10 minutes. So it became 13 minutes. Let me add 15. I wonder if I could do 20, 30, 40.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
Now you're running the Sydney and back, cuz.
now I'm running the city and back.
Now he's
Fuck
representing.
Ned Brockman.
He's representing the Ethiopian team for the national marathon.
Yeah, man.
And
Dude, like running is so therapeutic though, man. Like
It
as
is,
much
it
as
is.
I hate it, I feel like it's the only time, like just what I was saying before about like finding peace in chaos. Like running is the ultimate chaos. And then you find peace.
Yeah.
Within like just you gotta find it's the ultimate place to talk to yourself, to be with yourself, especially if you're not
You're
listening
in your
to
thoughts.
music. Yeah, you're just like problem solving and like especially going for like long distance as well. Your body's just fucking gone, but it's like let me find more. Let me find more. Let me find more.
You know, you know when I get to those points, guys, that's when I'm like, when I run, I thrash myself. I go on like some David Goggins.
Yeah.
Don't stop now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm talking about
Don't stop when you're don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you've done.
And like I love that. I love that feeling, like just like thrashing yourself in your head, you know. And it's like finding this new mental clarity in the end. When you get it done, you're like, oh damn, I actually did it.
Yeah.
So anyone out there, get into running.
Get into David Goggins. Y'all need David Goggins in your life.
Do you reckon people need David Goggins in their life?
Oh, 100%, man. At least like as a starter pack. Yeah,
You
man.
listen to him daily?
Daily, man. Yeah, man. That's
It's like the algorithm, bro.
well, like, I can't say daily. Like it was daily for like the first 2 years of me like getting into David Goggins, but it's like I don't need to get into it and listen to him daily to sort of like I feel like he's already in my psyche. If I you know the thing you were talking about if I'm chilling, what the fuck are you doing in bed, motherfucker? Get the fuck up. You know? I hear his voice in my head, but
Okay, damn, that guy's got you on.
he's
You're
got
in a
me,
cult.
bro. He's
You're in
got
a cult,
me.
cuz.
Dude, man. Shit.
But you know you need that discipline, guys. You need
Yeah.
that. You need those little videos, the Eric Thomas and all of those guys at the
100%, bro.
start.
100%.
I need, even me with me, I'll get it.
Yeah.
But like I got to a point now where I don't even need to like think I could just
Yeah.
listen. Cause you know what I was listening to in the gym? I was listening to a podcast and I was listening to Theo Von.
Yeah.
He's a comedian.
Theo Von's
Okay.
so funny. Man.
He's the funniest guy, but like I never knew a combination that would like ever like the greatest combination ever. And I was like, yo, how did these two people meet and how is this conversation so good? Theo Von and Sexy Red. Do you know the rapper?
Oh, yeah.
Counter?
She's a rapper.
So anyway, it's like so this is like a hood.
Southern. He's a Southern comedian.
Yeah.
So he's very like, if you look at him and how he talks, you'd be like, oh, this guy's a redneck.
Yeah.
But then Sexy Red, she's a ghetto, blood, red hair girl, rapper.
And somehow they had the best conversation ever. And she's like,
wow.
you funny. But like I'll listen to that now. Like I don't need to listen to like a motivational speech or anything, you know.
You don't need motivation anymore because it's like you're past that level.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
discipline now. It's
Like I said, that's why like as a starter pack, I think David Goggins, Eric Thomas, you know, Les Brown and Tony Robbins, they're like great starter packs to just like actually have a better understanding of yourself and personal development. And if you're into that sort of stuff, it's a good starter pack. But after that, you sort of you don't need it anymore because like it becomes habit. You know what I mean? Like waking up in the morning isn't like, oh God, I gotta wake up in the morning. Although like it's like that sometimes for me as well.
You said on Tapped In you're a cold shower nigga.
Oh, every day.
I'm a cold shower guy too.
My nigga.
No. But hey, I know.
Should I take it back?
No, don't take it back.
You turn it down.
No. I'm a cold shower guy. And but there's some at night I take hot showers.
Yeah, me too.
Like when I'm going to bed.
Yeah,
like
me
I'll
too.
take a hot
In the
shower.
morning, you take cold showers.
In the morning, I take cold showers, and what I do is I have a 3-2-1 rule. So I say 3, 2, 1, and I jump in the shower. Yeah. And then that's when I'll do my morning breath technique.
Yeah.
Deep breaths in, exhale with the mouth. Anyways,
Is it Wim Hof breath work or just like for you?
No, I do that. Guys, I'm dying in there, cause.
Oh, okay.
With cold showers, no matter if you do it for 10 years, it's still that same kick in the morning.
The first 30 minutes is the hard part, and after that,
30 minutes.
30 seconds. Sorry.
Oh, God damn.
Terribly.
I was gonna
30
say,
seconds.
bro.
The first 30 seconds
I don't
is
do
the worst.
30 seconds firstly. So I'll go
How
in
long
for
you
like
there for?
10 seconds. I do a
Bitch.
no. Trust me.
Bitch.
Wait. Wait. It's a routine, Kaz.
Okay.
So I jump
Sorry,
in.
I don't mean to fuck your
I
routine.
do, let's start with my routine up, Kaz. I do a 3, 2, 1. I go into the shower. So I go 3, 2, 1. I get out. I go, and I give myself a crazy tense on the mirror. Because the mirror's facing the bath. And then I'll go in and I'll do that. And then rinse myself down while I'm deep breathing.
And then how long are you there for?
Another 30 seconds and then I'm out. I only take 2-minute showers. I'm trying to save water.
Yeah.
Because dry is a serious issue.
Yeah, you don't use body wash, nothing?
No, that's the way so I'll put the body wash. I do the 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Come out, put the body wash on, vibe, and then jump back in.
Okay.
Yeah. But cold showers is good. You're a cold shower guy, yeah?
How long you in there for then?
Yeah.
I'm brushing my mouth in there, man. I'm like, that's kind of like a different way just for me to tap out. I use my left hand to brush my mouth as well to use the left side of my brain. So just going in there.
David Goggins got you on lock.
Oh, he does. Oh, straight up. No. I think like I developed this routine when I was in Sydney, which was like, again, I think it was because of Goggins, where he says, like the first thing you do when you wake up, do something that sucks. It doesn't matter what it is. And for me, like cold
waking
showers,
up is enough.
Yeah, waking up is enough if you don't hit the snooze button though. If you don't hit the snooze button, a lot of people hit the snooze button, and I'm guilty of that as well. I ain't gonna lie. Like I'm like, fuck, I gotta get up. Fucking hell, man. Maybe I'll get up in the next half an hour, and then an hour goes by, and then I'm beating myself up over it. But like that's to me, you know, it's a healthy form of beating myself up over it because I'm wanting to get better. Because like our sleep cycle, there's like an hour. Like as soon as we go back to sleep and then we hit the snooze button for 5 minutes, it actually disturbs our sleep a lot more because the sleep cycle, your brain thinks you're going to have a whole hour. If you're going to snooze, make it an hour because at least like, not that I'm condoning fucking snoozing, but make it an hour so at least you get the full cycle. So when you wake up, you're not 10 times, because I don't know, if you hit the snooze button,
it's true.
For 5 minutes, you wake up feeling way tired and your whole day's just fucked. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, like, that's the reason why I take cold showers is just because it fucking sucks. I go in there and I'm like brushing my mouth because I'm just like not thinking about the cold shower.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then
I can't let it go. What do you mean by brushing your mouth? Are you a gum guy too?
30 seconds. If you're in there for 30...
brushing your teeth, Kaz.
Huh?
You're brushing your teeth, yeah.
Yeah, my teeth, my tongue,
okay, so you're doing the whole thing.
The whole fucking thing.
Okay.
Yeah. At least 3 minutes. Longer than, like, if I'm... Sometimes I'm
with
there
your
longer
left
than
hand?
3 minutes. With my left hand, yeah.
Okay.
Just to, again, to activate, brain fucking...
What's happening with the right hand then?
Huh?
What's happening with the right hand?
The right hand, I'm fucking...
He read my mind.
Well, what the fuck do you do with your left hand when you're using your fucking right hand to brush your fucking mouth?
Let's put on body wash. I don't know, bro.
Yeah. But that's true, actually. I know about that. Like, if you brush your teeth with your opposite hand, it like triggers the other side of the brain or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, just that like bit of activation. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
But yeah, man, I love doing shit like that to, I don't know, learn about the brain and how I can get better. You know what I mean?
There's a lot we need to learn about our bodies, man. End of the day, man.
Oh,
As you
it's
get older,
limitless, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
and
it's
it's
limitless.
everyone's different.
Yeah.
Everyone's different, so you got to learn your body.
Yeah.
We don't have Sean here. He's dying so far. He's got a bit
Get
of a
well
virus.
soon.
Get well soon. He was on his way here. I actually told him to
He
come
was in
through.
a blanket. He was walking down
He
the
was
street.
walking in the street with a blanket. And I just told him go back home. I sent him home like a principal in the school. And our other cameramen are just doing whatever they want to do. So let's talk about the Jay-Z one, or what do you want to do?
No. Oh, you want to do the
Up to you. What do you want to do?
I reckon, cuz you're giving us insight into your superstar brain. Let's hear about how the superstar lifestyle is, because the acting lifestyle is pretty wild, as you were saying. Sometimes it can get serious back at home because you're taking all that home and it's long hours, all of that stuff. Give us a peep inside the acting scene in Australia, especially because, bro, congratulations, doing work with Disney. It's a huge thing.
man. Yeah.
Bare people were sharing it
Big shout
around,
out to
showing
that, man.
love.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
I think because it's rare to see someone from the area doing such big things.
Yeah.
It's very rare, cuz like you rarely see it unless it's either they're making it in sports or they're just on they're like some TikTok star or something like that.
Yeah.
So in the scene that you're in, cuz it's very rare to find someone.
Yeah.
So give us a peep inside, bro.
Man, thank you, man. It's been a minute, bro. I mean, like, I've 12 years.
You've been in the scene for ages.
Yeah, 12 years. Like, that's when I like really put my, you know, my head, like, pedal to the metal and just went full force. And yeah, I was like, I'm gonna focus on nothing else but the acting thing. And you know, I was doing dancing, and that was all to feed in. that was all to like feed into the acting, though. You know, to get followers, to get, you know, a fan base, because like I feel like that was important for me to, you know, it's like no one knows me.
Yeah.
But I was like, and no one still knows me. You know what I mean? But like soon they will. That's my mind. I'm like, you don't know me, but you will. You know. But yeah, over 12 years of hustling, and I'm still starting to sort of get a taste of it right now.
Still hustling, though.
Still hustling, because like, yeah, the hustle don't stop, you know. But it's a challenge in Australia. It's been a bit of a challenge because a lot of the work that I've done has been international work. You know what I mean? It's like stuff that has come from America, or majority of big stuff that I've done has been, you know, like American stuff.
The Aussie scene's a bit funny, huh?
Yeah, it's just a bit.
Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I can see you on Home and Away. Just that black guy running on the beach.
Yeah.
You got the body for it. No homo.
Sure.
You
I
can
just
make
like
it in that scene easily, you reckon?
But this is what I think. Like I mean, like I doubt they're gonna see any of this shit. But I'll put my honest view, and I just feel like Home and Away and Neighbours had the opportunity to develop me as a young actor, to help me, because I was like, you know, I was passionate, and I was on Neighbours for a bit, and there was that opportunity to actually like, let's show you the ropes, like let's show you what camera acting looks like there was that opportunity, but like, you know, obviously that opportunity never came, so I sort of had to do that for myself, and now that I sort of
done it,
have learnt on my own,
Yeah.
the filmmaking, the camera, the writing, the producing, the directing, like doing it for myself, just so at least I can have that knowledge for me. Yeah, now I just have that rule of like, you know what, I'm past that now. Like, you had the opportunity to develop me when I was like up and coming, but now I'm still up and coming, but I just feel like I feel like it's just too
you're
late.
a bit too established for it.
Well, no, it's just too late. No, it's too late. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you had your opportunity, and I just feel like if I go in there on it right now,
It wouldn't serve much to your
it
vision
wouldn't
of where
serve.
your career
Yeah,
wants to go.
exactly.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't want them to be like, yeah, we helped him come up, we helped him do this, because like I see them doing that with a lot of you know, like I have a couple of friends that are on Home and Away and Neighbours right now, and yeah, like they're kind of on the poster people for like, yeah, look what we're doing. Look
We
what
got a
we're
couple
doing.
Negroes here.
You know what I mean? So I'm just like, I don't want to be. And shout out to like Theo McLeod, who's the casting director that that puts people on usually as well.
Yeah.
Like she's done all right trying to I guess like get diversity happening, but it's like there's only so much one person can do. It's always the producers, the the executives, the higher ups, the decision makers, the gatekeepers.
You know what the issue is? I reckon it's the people that are organizing it aren't diversified.
Yeah.
People in the industry, it's like it's almost like they're just getting diversity in the camera lens, but behind the scenes and higher up from there, there's no diversity.
There needs to be diversity in the writing room. There needs to be diversity in the creative, in the producing and the developing and the all around, in the camera team. You know what I mean? Like, I'm the face of like films or whatever. I'm the actor, but it's I can't work without the writing. Yeah. You know what I mean? If the writing.
The writing's got him named Brad on the beach and he loves farmers.
Exactly.
You know what it is? Like, have you ever heard someone say like, "Hey, I only go to a black doctor because they're gonna treat me the best.
Yeah.
Like, they had the best interest when it comes to taking care of my health.
Yeah.
It'd be the same thing in the industry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They would have the best interest for your career.
But with that, like, there's not many black, like, let's just say black writers or
in Australia.
diversity.
No.
Yeah. Like, there's. Like,
There
people
is.
doing
There
it.
is. There's
like getting into it.
Now they're getting into it, but it's just a matter of opportunity though and trust. Now I like obviously like I'm one of them, but I know a lot of black writers, Asian writers, Indian writers, just like different writers that aren't white. You know what I mean? Like, and I think there's like a lot of shows right now. A friend of mine, Tig Terrera, he's got a show called Swift Street, and it's sort of it's a crime drama /comedy set in like the housing not the housing commissions, government houses. Set in like the Preston side of that place. And it's gonna be on SBS, and it's like he's a fucking black director, writer. He's just dope that he's got that platform to sort of when he like had that vision. It's like I want all BIPOC people. You know what I mean? I don't think there's any white person in the show from what he told me. But I'm just like, fucking well done. You know what I mean? Like,
why is that a well done, mate? We need a couple Caucasian individuals in the cameras. We need
in the cameras. Behind the scenes, there's a lot. I'm sure there's a lot of
the whole set.
The whole set's white, and it's just like, let's get these black actors in the front.
No.
Nah,
Even behind the scenes though, like from what I hear, from even behind the scenes, he was very like adamant about I want this, I want that, and I want like I want to create opportunities. You know what I mean? And so like that's a great fucking pioneer for up and coming to just look at. And for me, I'm inspired by that. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody who can just take the initiative and just like take the first step. Because like there's a lot of us that want to do it, but oftentimes, at least for me growing up, I was like, well, there's no fucking black actor or somebody that looks like me doing it on TV.
Yeah.
I saw one fucking show. I don't know if you ever saw a show called Blue Water High.
Oh, that sounds so familiar.
Blue Water High, the surfing school.
Surfing.
Come on, cuz.
You know it?
You don't know about Blue Water High?
Shit.
Come on, bro. You don't know about that, man.
Let me tell you. Dude, let me tell you a fucking story.
There was a mixed race girl there.
There was a mixed girl race, and there was a black guy.
Yes.
The black guy with the afro.
But I'm not gonna lie.
Yes.
The black guy. Yeah, who's that guy?
His name is Ika Davel.
Is he still acting?
Let me tell you this, right? Y'all know I've been casting Planet of the Apes, right? I think it was day 2 I was there. I turn around and I see Ika, and this is the nigga that I was inspired by because he was the only black guy that I saw on TV.
Yeah.
And I looked at him, and I was just like, I've never been starstruck, but
You were struck.
I was struck. I was just like, oh my God, what the fuck? It's you.
Yeah.
And I was just like, dude, I've never said this to anybody, but
I love you.
You inspired me as a kid.
Yeah.
I love you.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I was like, you inspired me as a kid. Like
So was he on the Planet of the Apes?
Yeah. He was, but I was just like, I was like, you inspired me, man. When I was a kid, like I never saw anybody that looked like me on TV. And when I saw you, I was like if he can do it, so can I.
Yeah.
And then I was following his sort of career throughout as well, and he's been in Jessica Jones, and he was also in what's that show called? I forgot the name. Oh man, they're like the 4 colored. it was like for kids. They're like
13 years of slaves.
not 13 years of slave. What the
Like,
fuck?
God, he's saying for kids, bro.
That's not for kids, man.
It's a good educational.
Fuck, what's
Four
that?
colors.
That-
The
yeah.
Wiggles.
No, they're like the superheroes. They're like
Power Rangers.
Power Rangers. He was
Power
yeah. He was the
Okay.
red Power Ranger. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, was it in Power Ranger SPD? Power Rangers, SPD, Power Rangers to the
I don't know.
rescue.
If there was a black guy
Oh.
in there, that would have been him.
Oh, was that him? Oh, nice.
But anyways, like he's been in a lot of shows that you would have seen. Even like fucking I don't know if you've seen the show fucking Empire.
Yeah, the music one.
Yeah. He's in that as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he's done a
He's
lot.
done
He's
things,
in
yeah.
America. He's fucking like I
killing
said,
it.
like I've been following his career, but then. Yeah, so like when I saw him, I was like, bro, man, like I you can do whatever you like with that information, but I just wanted, I've waited fucking, how many years? Like almost 16 years.
Yeah.
I was like, one day I hope to meet you and tell you this, and I'm like, and yeah, we're cast in the same film, and like we sort of play like brothers in the film as well, like two soldiers who are, like just and so like throughout that process as well, like the highlight of
That's a cool experience.
Yeah, the highlight of my experience was like hanging out with him every day. We were like waking up at 5 a.m. in the morning, training and just like going for runs. And like to this day, he just became like my brother. Wow. You know what I mean? Like,
is he based in Australia?
He's in America right now.
Yeah.
His son, oh, God bless him. He's got brain cancer.
Oh yeah.
And so they've decided to move to
for the better
America.
doctors.
Yeah.
Speedy recovery to his son.
Yeah, he's such his son is like the biggest sweetheart, man. It's like when you meet him, he's like a 11-year-old, 40-year-old stuck in a 11-year-old's body.
Yeah.
He's so mature, he's so smart, he's just fun
It's
kid.
always hard seeing a kid going through something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it just breaks your heart sometimes, you know, but
yeah.
Let's pray for the kid and hopefully he has a speedy recovery, inshallah.
Yeah, inshallah.
How's it being a monkey on Planet of the Apes?
Oh man, it was a wild experience because like, I mean like I can't say too much until the film comes out, so y'all gonna have to invite me again to promote that film. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
But honestly, like I don't know if you saw the last 3 Planet of the Apes, but it was one of my favorite films. And after seeing it, I just remember going like, man, I'd love to be in this film one day.
Yeah.
One day I was just like, man.
And they just saw a Negro and said, come through, bro.
They're like, say less. But you know what you were saying about the calisthenic shit? You're like, oh man, this nigga's jumping around like a monkey.
Yeah.
I was made for that role, bro. I was made for that role. Like, I kid you not.
Doing Planet of the Apes.
I've been doing Planet of the Apes since fucking day dot. You know what I mean? So like, it just came so naturally to me. Deep down, I was like, this is meant to be hard. Like,
That's cool.
You know what I mean? Because
you have to do a lot of physicality for the
a
role.
lot of physicality.
So
yeah.
That's
When you
dope.
see the film, you'd be like, oh wow, like that.
Because
how did they get a real monkey on that?
Yeah, because they're going to show a monkey.
Yeah,
But
it's
that's you.
CGI. Yeah.
So you got that thing on your face.
The whole outfit, the green suit.
Everything.
It's a green suit?
Gray.
Gray.
Yeah.
So
Motion
he's got this
capture,
thing-
they call it.
Yeah, he's got this thing on his face the whole time tracking you.
Yeah.
And you look around and stuff.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah.
That's
So they
dope.
got everything tracking all around. I don't know if you've seen Avatar,
Yeah.
but it's the same
It's
people
same thing,
that the same people that worked on Avatar worked on this film. And so like they have tracking on your sort of limbs and everything.
That's dope.
And they animate it and it's gonna look sick.
Wait, when is it coming out?
24th of March next year. Yeah.
That's insane, man. We're probably gonna watch that.
Definitely.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
we'll have to
'Cause
make an episode
It's one
out
of
of
the
it,
boys.
cuz.
One of the boys from the area, cause like you know what I mean. That
Yeah.
to do that is just insane. You know what I mean? And the thing is, like, imagine a kid watching it now. You know, that's
You know what?
like,
That's what I hope. Is like
one kid watches it.
yeah, like anybody from from this area that how I grew up. I mean, like what weirder than this? I come from fucking Africa, from the countryside, bro.
Yeah.
I was a shepherd. You know what I mean? I was a shepherd herding goats, cows, and shit. And I'm like in this motherfucking country right now. Like sometimes I pinch myself. I'm like, am I really doing what I'm doing right now?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like talking about my grandmother, right? Like my grandmother had a prophecy about me where she was like, every time we had, the Ethiopian coffee ceremony, she would look at it and she would tell me, wow, you're going to travel the world, inspire millions of people, and you're going to live like this, like that. You're going to live riches. And like, she used to say that to me when I was a kid, and I used to just like have twinkles in my eyes because I'm just like, anything you say goes. I believe you.
And that's
you
a
know what I
seed,
mean?
yeah, it's a seed.
And so it's just something that she kept planting in my brain and like, And you know, when I asked her, how am I going to travel? Like, where I was at, there was no form of transportation. The only form of transportation was planes, right? So every time a plane would go by, she would point at it, see that thing, that's what's going to take you across the world. Yeah. So, like, from a young age, she instilled imagination in my brain. And I feel like to this day, imagination is, like, what served me to sort of get to where I'm at.
So in a sense, when you probably see a plane, then it's probably like, it's just a trigger. It's like a trigger memory.
Yeah. I mean, like, when I was in school, the first thing that, you know, like in Africa, brutal teachers, right? If you get an answer wrong, they get a stick, they whip you and shit. Or if you misbehave. So they had us on our knees, having our hands up, like clenching it up and down, like this, till we get fucking tired. And then they had us drawing numbers. And then, like, if you knew how to draw the number, like number 1, number 2, you would come and then you would draw it, or you would attempt it. And if you fail, you get smacked. And so I just remember them drawing, like, all right, draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I just remember, like, the way I associated number 4 was an airplane flying straight. And then the way I associated number 7 was an airplane falling down. So, and then so, like, when everybody, you know, drew number 1, number 2, number 4, I put my hands up for number 4. And then I drew number 4. And, like, I got it right. He's like, well done, but do another one, go back. I was like, okay, I'll wait for number 7. And so when number 7 came, I drew I put my hands up, put number 7, same as number 4, but just like down. Going down. So I was like, imagination is like sort of what's helped me. And like going back to what I was saying is, if I could inspire like anybody, like my nephews and nieces, right? Like for me, they're my biggest role models and like who I want to be for, you know, I want to be a good role model for them. So anything that I do, I'm always like thinking about them. You know, my partner asked me, would I go naked on, you know, show my bits on screen, right? And I'm like, no. And she's like, how come? I'm like, that's just my boundaries. I don't want my kids seeing that when they get to my age and like another kid making fun of them. Hey, that's your dad. Look at your dad.
Would you do a gay scene?
It depends. It depends. There was a hesitation. Yeah, right. It depends. It depends. What gay scene? You know what I mean?
All right, let's go. Let's do this hypothetically.
Hypothetically, yeah.
You have to be a gay boyfriend,
right?
We'll start off with the basics. Let's start.
Start slow. Let's warm up to it.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I've auditioned for a couple of gay roles. Yeah, I've auditioned for a couple of gay roles.
What about intimate?
Oh, okay, yeah. Would you
do an intimate gay scene?
Ask the fucking question. Would you kiss a guy on screen?
No, we're not talking about kissing a guy, brother.
Yeah.
We're talking about getting the...
All right, would you do a scene? Or like, obviously you guys aren't having sex, but like would you do like a sex scene with a guy?
That's what it is.
Yeah.
The sex, the kissing is alright, man. Who cares about a cheeky peck?
Yeah.
Straight guys can
maybe that's on the regs anyway.
Just go to the bar. Have you been to the club lately? Couple of shots. I fucking love you, bro.
Yeah. Just show him you love him.
Yeah.
But like, would you do a gay scene?
I would. And I'll tell you why. I would if there's an intimacy coordinator. It's choreographed like a fight.
What?
That's how it is. Oh, you don't.
No.
You don't know.
He doesn't mean as in like it's like an actual fight. It's choreographed. Like, so everything that you're doing, you're engaging in the scene.
Yeah.
It's like we're doing this and now this is gonna happen. It's like there's certain points. There's no points of actual contact.
Yeah.
But it's
so like that's that's how the sex scenes that you've seen on films, for them to make it look like, oh my God, they love each other. It's all choreographed. It's not real. It's rehearsed step by step, and that's why an intimacy coordinator is important to have on set, right? An intimacy coordinator is pretty much like the actor's best friend, the actor's person that they check in. Hey, are you comfortable with this? Because like if I'm not comfortable, if I'm not feeling comfortable to kiss a guy, I'm my own person.
I can check of reassurance. Or
I can say
make a decision?
Yeah, I can say, you know what, I'm not comfortable with that. But if I'm comfortable, then I would say let's just do it. We have to do it very carefully and slowly, because I've never done it. Like, say I'm a first time actor and I'm like thrust in this situation. That's
it's
where
like, if I kiss the bloke, I might come out. I might come out after this because I did not enjoy it this much.
Well, I
because
mean,
you might be like, yo, that was a cheeky kiss, but I'm kind of on a semi.
No, trust me. Trust me. seeing the final product, you're probably like, yeah, wow. But the actual process of it, even with a girl, it's so fucking awkward.
Yeah.
It's so awkward because you actually, I don't know if like you know much
You're
about
putting
this,
yourself
but
in vulnerable positions.
number one, yeah, but you're also like, you have like, you know, like your penis is
It's
covered.
taped up, yeah.
It's covered, and like there's a pillow sometimes in between you as well, like in between the two of you, called a safety garment. And there's also safety check-ins. It's like, you know, how are you gonna feel, or how you? I got a penis right now, right? So I might get erect
now.
Well, right now, let's
You
keep
think
it
you
like,
get cutting it
let's
off,
keep
mate?
it soft right now.
maybe. You know. Well, look,
Tell us you're in hard right now.
but no. What I was trying to say was like, you know, like
Yeah.
a vagina, you can't see if you know if she's erect or not, right? Whereas a penis, you can clearly see if it's erect. It's like, how are you gonna make me feel? Am I gonna feel safe enough if my biology does, you know, does
Guys,
its
if you're
thing?
doing
think,
this-
like,
if you're doing a scene with Margot Robbie,
No,
Oh,
like,
it's not
trust
gonna be
me, it's
easy.
not gonna be hard. I'll tell you why. Margot Robbie is like, you know, it's like, first of all, she's a star, right? So in your mind, you're like, oh fuck.
you're kind of really nervous.
You're
and
nervous,
stuff.
man. You're not. The last thing you'll be thinking about is like, yeah, unless like you're a creep.
Unless
then-
you're a superstar as well.
yeah.
Unless
you're
you're
like,
a
this is light
superstar,
work.
this is
Yeah.
light work. But then
light
that's
work.
what it is. It sort of just becomes work. You become desensitized to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it just becomes like another day in the office. Because at the end of the day, when that scene is wrapped, you gotta go home to your wife. You gotta go home to your wife and kids.
That's the bit I don't understand about acting. It's
Yeah.
like how you're able to do that stuff, you know. And then they talk about like having that assurance or like, right?
Well, I suppose, how do I say it? Like, you know, like if you're a paramedic, at some point you're going to be desensitized to like emergencies. Like, you know, like you're going to be desensitized to this. Oh my God, this person's legs cut off. Like,
And they won't like it's part of the grading system as well. It's like they actually see how you react. Like in the, you know, paramedics, doctors, or surgery. If you're enjoying it too much, you're gonna be like, no, no. If you're just like watching and observing, of like, you know, you're just like,
walk out the room, it's just.
you're like, yes, oh my god, oh my god, I can't believe we get to cut
Like,
someone up.
we might have to call the cops on this bloke.
yeah. But yeah, it just becomes, it's I think nowadays more so than the way it was back in the days. I think back in the days people just really took advantage of it.
Yeah.
But nowadays there's actually more safety procedures.
Yeah, of course. It's comfort for both parties, man.
But also the safetiness is actually like, hey, listen, can I trust you that you won't fall in love with me? And can I have like your assurance that I won't fall in I want you to know I won't fall in love with you. So let's just like establish this. I have a partner who I love, and I'm a happy man, and I'm not looking to cheat.
Don't ruin this for me.
Well, don't ruin this for me. It's like I'm just letting you know so you don't get ideas. If I start to act like I love you and I start to get all affectionate, I want you to know that it's just in service of the scene, in service for this film.
I'm just doing the film.
So it's just like making sure you have that's why communication is important, you know? You have that communication with the director, and that's why intimacy coordinators are important to have on set. Because, you know, they're your best friend in this situation.
I think that's why a lot of we're very like even like here like that's why I wouldn't do acting. Like you're put in those situations where you have to do it, and I wouldn't be comfortable doing it.
You'd have to sign, like, you'd know what you're getting into.
I'm just saying.
beforehand.
Like I'm just saying. Like you wouldn't want like some. I know I don't want to put myself in that situation. So I wouldn't be able to be an actor unless I can be like a high school bully.
But here's the thing though. You can say no even as an actor. You also, like, at the end of the day, you have the choice.
No, you do. You get the script, but I need jobs.
Here's one. Do you ever have the fear of going, hey, if I say no to this scene, like, it may limit the opportunities I will
That's
get?
not true. That's not true, because like your biggest superpower is saying no. That's like that's your biggest superpower, because like when you say no, you're welcoming in what you say yes to. You know what I mean? So it's like, if you want to be an action hero, right? For example, like I just want to do actions. And I don't want to do romance. I don't want to do none of that. Or I just want to do comedy. And I want to be that best friend. That's the main character's best friend.
Always a joker and stuff. Yeah.
Or yeah.
Or be what about if you want to be like a Denzel?
I want to be like the Denzel. So like for me,
that means you can't be doing them sus scenes.
What do you mean?
Because Denzel never came out and did a gay scene. Denzel's more like action father.
He did Philadelphia. You haven't seen Philadelphia?
No.
No, he wasn't. He
You
wasn't.
better get your dreams ruined, mate.
Denzel did what? No.
Denzel choked on what?
No. Look, different times to Denzel, right?
Yeah.
Number one. But number two, I don't think I'll be allowed to play a game, man, just because, like, of the climate we're in right now. Like, where I think, like, for me, anyways, I wouldn't feel comfortable playing a game, man, anyways. Like, so that what you were asking me was hypothetical.
Yeah.
I wouldn't feel comfortable playing a game, man, because I know that I have a gay friend that could do the role much more better than me. And it's like I want them to be represented.
Yeah.
I want him or them to represent themselves
Yeah.
in this scene that they can do authentically.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's what I was thinking. Like, it's like with black people, why don't you just get black actors? You know, like they used to do that. Like they really struggled getting black actors or black writers to do things. Why don't you just get a gay guy?
It's just laziness, man. It's just laziness. A lot of the time, it's just like, oh, he's more of a name. So hey, do you mind if you just with this?
Yeah.
This, you know. So it's just like at the end of the day, it's a business. You know what I mean? Like it's like, can you sell this movie by playing X, Y, and Z?
Okay.
You know, so it's like you have a name, and when the movie's wrapped, we're gonna use your name to sell this movie. Yeah.
But Sammy, it was a pleasure having you on, Kaz.
Yeah, man,
Let us know if you want to say anything, Kaz, because we've been going for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And we started the podcast 2 hours late.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
It's all right,
and
man. We'd make up for
let
it.
us know if anyone's still watching. What do you want to tell them, man?
Nothing. Just do you. Do you. At the end of the day, there's nothing that I or anyone can say to change anybody's mind. I think it's just like, trust yourself, trust the process. Like, do you.
Yeah.
Don't take advice from nobody. Trust yourself.
But you're the one watching David Goggins videos.
Yeah.
And you got the guy stuck in your head.
Yeah. Oh,
Go
you
watch
can
a-
be.
Go
you
watch
can
a
be that
couple
person.
David Goggins videos.
Yeah. Yeah.
But hey, man, it was actually a pleasure having you, cuz you know me. There's one thing I love, man, is just like having boys that were in the area, or I grew up with, or we know, even Damien knows you. It's just like having them on, cuz, and this is what we wanted, like, cuz we spoke about that new format we're going for. We're having conversations, bro. We're actually just vibing out here, bro, and it's just mad love, cuz.
Yeah, man.
So I appreciate you for jumping on, bro. Besides that, what else we gotta say, man? Subscribe.
Hey, subscribe, like, share around, comment. Let us know what part you liked, what part you didn't like.
Yeah.
Tell us any topics. Hey, we didn't end up doing the phone calls.
We're gonna do it next week.
Next time. Hey, next time.
Damn it! You do it when I'm fucking not. Man,
We'll
sorry.
save the phone calls.
Yeah. That's cool, man. That's actually cool. That's a cool
It's a
idea,
good
man.
idea,
it's a
man.
good idea.
Yeah.
We'll call in guests. So
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
call in some of you guys.
We'll give you a call next week. Besides that, enjoy your night, enjoy your day, wherever you're
Love.
listening from. Stay humble, faith.
Fast living, cash spending. Rap niggas turn to rap bitches. Pop some niggas, hit some rap fixes. Straight up, I drop the top and let the birds get in. Yeah. All my niggas torn, all my bitches foreign. If she can't